DreamHack Open is brought to you by Intel, Corsair, Monster Energy, and DreamHack.
Welcome back to DreamHack Open December. We now move into another CIS battle. And I guess we could just take a quick look straight into the bracket, Blair, to see how Group B has gone, considering that we have been doing Group A.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to watch most of these games because it was happening over on the secondary stream. Gambit making pretty quick work of Movistar Riders 2-0, although first map was kind of close, was kind of a close affair. Nemiga coming out on top over Saw, and Saw surviving elimination by taking down Movistar Riders. Nemiga, they played last couple of weeks back in DreamHack Open November. They didn't have Lollipop 21K, who had broken his hand. So he's back, making Nemiga even more dangerous than they usually are.
Yeah, and he banged a map versus G2 as well. I think it was Mirage. He dropped like 30 odd kills or something, looking very, very good. But I believe we can just move straight into our map veto, rolling things on nice and quick. Maui, any predictions for this one?
Well, you're going to get the perma vetoes out from Nemiga and Gambit, which will be Vertigo and Nuke respectively. I think for the map picks, Gambit usually likes to pick Vertigo, but when they can't, they do like to rely on Train, so I would expect that from them. Nemiga, on the other hand, I'm not as sure about, so they will go with Mirage. So, I mean, that's about what Blair was talking about, how Lollipop did pretty well recently on that map, so maybe it's a comfort pick for them. And then it will be Decider on Dust 2.
I don't know about that.
I think this veto favors Gambit pretty heavily, actually.
Yeah, except for the Dust 2, I feel like. Yeah, they had an option to allow Inferno through where they are better on, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but you know what?
Yeah. Dust 2.
Yeah, true. But I'd rather have, a map like Inferno rather than Dust 2 if, you are the favorites. But anyway, I mean, Gambit would be pretty happy with the way these maps have kind of played out.
Well, of course, in the Twitch chat, you can get your votes down below. #Gambit, #Nemiga. To decide who you think is going to be winning this game. And to find out a little bit more about this match in general, we're going to hear from one of the players of Gambit. It will be Axile, someone who's been lighting up the server as of recent. Well, we'll hear what he has to say.
At the start, we were really was confused. I don't know. It was really scary, maybe same time. Just lost all fights. Thinking, what's going on? Just took the pause, just get stronger, I think, after pause, and we just took the 5 rounds and we just come back.
It's all on Nafni, who's brought it down in the 1v1. He will not push forward just yet. Eventually he'll be spotted and runs right into Nafni.
Yeah, it's hard now because we are tired, but we're feeling good, really good. We feel our game. We're just trying to
over the top
play really
good. Nearly denying the bomb plant. Axel with the double kill.
Yeah, I wish Nemiga good luck and funny game. I think they're really motivated because Lali is back, and they're really motivated to win us. Because it will be hard, I think. I don't know, but my teammate is the best teammate in the world, and yes, my teammate is the best.
Well, we have seen this match played 6 times over this year, and only one of them have gone the way of Nemiga. Blair, Gambit, they're looking pretty good going into this tournament.
They are looking very, very good indeed. The way they won DreamHack November, they beat Spirit very convincingly. In fact, you have Nefani as in-game leader looking great. Inter stepping up when he has to. And then, of course, you have Hobbit, who has kind of been a catalyst for this team. I feel like he has been making them look very good. And not to forget Shiro and his wooden chair, which gives them superpowers.
Yeah, it's been fantastic to watch them, of course. There is going to be the other side of the coin, as we're going to hear from Jo, who I'm hope has lit his room up a little bit more from the interview we saw earlier.
It's up to Jo to hold this long position. P2000 is good for the first kill, and the second, and the third. Jo going absolutely nuclear. He's going to get them all.
The game against Seoul was pretty comfortable for us. We did some mistakes on Inferno, but on other maps we played pretty well. So it was a good game.
And catches 2, and Jo now on the big double, 3 kills out of nowhere.
Of course, our goal is to win the tournament because we have all like stuff to do it. We have all players. We tactically prepared for all enemies. So main goal is to win the tournament. All matches we played with them before, like 2 best of 3s before, we played with the stand-in, but now we are like full roster, so we can play against them. It's gonna be much interesting for us, so we can show them that we can win them. Gambit, we are ready for you.
Another series where you kind of look at this and go, okay, Gambit are the favorites, but Maui, have we learned anything from Forza today and CIS rosters?
Yeah, you just never really know what's going to happen, do you? Despite one team being the heavy favorites in our opening match, it was the underdogs that prevailed. And Nemiga, they're looking to repeat that success that Forza was able to bring to the server in Game 1.
Yeah, for sure. Now I want to hear where you guys think this is going to be going. Blair, prediction time. I think I'm gonna take this first again. I like doing that. I'm gonna stick with Gambit. We've watched them since they were youngsters. Now they've come of age and they're looking fantastic.
Yeah, the old grizzled veterans right now. I'm going to go with Gambit as well. I feel Nemiga's definitely going to give them a fight. Yeah, I feel it's still going to have at least one close map at the very least, but Gambit should take this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to echo all of your sentiments there. I feel like Shiro is just going to be an unstoppable force in the server today.
Well, we can have a look at what Twitch chat has predicted. Any Nemiga fans remaining? Are they looking in that? There are. In fact, it's a perfect 50-50. It could go either way. We really do not know. Never mind. Late.
They're
a few late
updating
people coming in.
Live voting. Stop the count. Jeez.
Okay. Who can spam the most? That's the real question. You can change things live. But yeah, I think that's a fair assumption, especially as said, I think they played each other 9 times over the last year or so, and it's actually only been one going the other way of Nemiga. So realistically, not a massive chance. Now, I was corrected earlier. It's actually not Bingo and the Hawk. It's Dinko and Hawker. So they'll be still here after the break. So make sure you join them. But I'm sure you didn't know that. Like, have you heard of Dinko before? No, probably not. Anyway,
no, not really.
He's great.
I'm a big fan.
You'll hear him after the break.
Welcome back to DreamHack Open December 2020. My name is Dinko, joined by Hawker, and we continue down the path of CIS Counter-Strike. It's a bit mad. We've already had ourselves an upset starting the day with a loss for VP over Force. And I have to say, Alex, when we take a look at the second match, it's going to be a close one, but we've definitely got a heavy favorite.
Yeah, Gambit in theory should be the team that we are looking at to win this one. But Nemiga have already shown us that they've got some good form on their side. Let's see how they do on their pick of Mirage.
Mirage coming up first. Gambit, of course, very solid individual plays. We've seen that for weeks now. We take a look at some of the wins they've had. They've beaten some of the best teams in the world. The only team they've lost to in recent history is Astralis. Now, they're going to be running straight out onto the side. Lollipop with the headshot onto Hobbit to start things off, while Jo tucked in the corner. He had a very good start to the series yesterday, and he will fall early in the pistol round.
Ooh, clean kill from Box. It's Nafany with the headshot, turning it into a 1v1. Back and forth affair in the pistol round, but it's up to Nafany versus MDS. And MDS is waiting to see if he can spot the cross from the site. Nafany pre-aiming, but MDS has the advantage at range. And it's Nemiga off to a good start with the initial pistol.
Yeah, I thought Nafany was going to pull that off. He was so focused in. You can see from his player cam that he was just so ready for that big flick up. But yeah, a pistol round that's quite nasty across the board for everyone involved, really trading back and forth. Axel flying through the A bomb site, but MDS wins out the pistol. And Gambit will be finding themselves a loss to start things off. Nemiga coming into this one, they've got themselves SMGs out, a FAMAS in the hands of Jo, and a scout for Speedak. Over for Gambit is a P250 and 4 Glocks in play.
One flashbang in the hands of Hobbit, which they will be hoping allows those pistols to have some sort of chance on the B site. MDS still holding a nade. Oh, now he spotted them, but he is blinded on the site itself. Jo having to help out with the FAMAS, but he doesn't do enough. That is impressive from Gambit. They're going to get the bomb plant on the B site.
Bomb taken away. Speedak looking for this fight down short. Lollipop's going to start coming up with the MP9, and they're cleaning up. Box with a double. And they do get the bomb planted, so Gambit will not be complaining about this one. And the kills and the bomb plant, they'll be very happy with the outcome of this round. And Nemiga 2-0 up, focusing in, getting the round wins though. And Gambit will follow into the next round with plenty of cash to play with. They've got so much money thanks to that round.
Nafany at the end, they're not too bothered about saving the P250. He would rather just make sure that Nemiga can't get any extra money for kills at the end of that one. It is full AKs out for Gambit alongside full utility. Not quite an AWP for Shiro, but definitely the better buy on the Gambit side when you look at what Nemiga have in this round. Speedak looking at mid. The most recent addition to this Nemiga roster, unless you count Lollipop going in and out of the lineup with his injuries. I think Speedak's probably been an improvement for this Nemiga team. I think they've been happy to have him on that AWP. He's been providing a good bit of solid, consistent AWPing for the squad. In comes that smoke to back connector, and Box loves to play in this connector position on Mirage. He always tries to stick around here, always tries to be a nuisance in this position. Lollipop, though, getting aggressive.
Yeah, Lollipop right up in their face enters with the headshot. Lollipop brought down, and a man advantage of play for Gambit into the gun round. And they're going to start bringing a couple of players over towards A. You can see 2 at spawn right now. The bomb kind of hanging back, waiting for some more information to be picked up before they make a decision. And MDS running right through the apartments. Axel goes through the smoke just at the right time, and he's going to find himself that kill. 2-man advantage now in play for Gambit. They've got a kill on both sides of the map. One on this aggressive ramp play. One through the apartments as well. Now Nemiga really spread thin on this defense. 2 playing from CT spawn, 1 in the B site. Mid is completely open for Gambit, connector, jungle. They have so much map control right now to play with.
Gonna try and make the most of it here. Nafany just threw a fake flash over to A, but it's the B play we need to watch out for. Jo has already taken some damage. Nafany gets a kill elsewhere, but Jo is still alive on short. Oh, he's not alive any longer, though. What a quick kill from Inters, and there is nothing that Nemiga can do. A late B take is successful and effective for Gambit. They're going to get their first round on the board here on Mirage. Nice map control for Gambit, getting out the AKs early, and Nemiga's money is certainly going to be called into question ahead of this next round.
Yeah, definitely. I think because they've been able to take a few players away each and every round, the pistol round was close, the second round as well, and then Gambit winning this one very convincingly. The money is certainly going to be affected here for Nemiga. Box under pressure, trying to carry at least 1 weapon, but it's not going to happen. Hobbit hunts him down, and it's Gambit with the first on the board. Nemiga over here looking a little rough. I see the money across the board, Alex. Not enough for much. They're going to get a couple of pistols maybe at most, but Gambit should be comfortably taking a second round.
Shouldn't be too many issues for Gambit. Oh, that's an issue. That's a stab in the back of Hobbit. Team damage down to 39 health. Who was that? I didn't quite catch it, but Hobbit will not be pleased at his teammates.
Well, Axel. Top connector smoke arrived. And Nafny's going to go out and take this mid control, just peeking out before the smokes pop up. Going there against a lower tier buy right now. These pistols. Sacking the A site. This is where Gambit look to go right now. This is their best chance of doing some damage, potentially even doing enough to topple multiple players. Gambit starting to come over to A. They've got players in Palace. One sitting down at the ramp, and they've also got a player coming in from Connector. At least they're splitting it from multiple different positions. And we'll see if Nemiga can handle this. JO's close to the P250, and he has been toyed with, immediately shut down by Inters. Another 3 remaining players that are CT spawn are just cowering away. Molotov down to hold them off. They can't run through that. They can't run in and deny the bomb plant. Gambit playing this one to perfection. They've got control of jungle as well. Absolutely no way they even get anything out of this here in Nemiga.
Oh, even a flash into CT for Shiro, who will farm up some extra kills at the end, making a bit more money for himself. Gambit get themselves a second round win. Everyone surviving as well. That's going to keep their economy very strong as they keep all the AKs into this next round. Means that Shiro won't be upgrading to an AWP either. There's no need to when you've still got all these AKs in play. Speedak will be picking up a sniper over on the CT side though. In terms of this pick for Nemiga, it's really hard to find a pick for them that's going to be good here against this Gambit team. But this has been a map that Gambit have been really good on recently. They've beaten Complexity on this map, Spirit, Illuminar, all of those were very one-sided games. I mean, they beat Complexity 16-5 on this very map, on Mirage. So Nemiga are really going to have to prove that they can compete here on this map pick. They won the pistol, but Gambit are already starting to bounce back.
JO. He's going aggressive, and now the nades are going to hold him back. He wants a peek down short here. He's going to have to win the duel against Nafny, and he does it well. Successful on the headshot. Now drawn into a man advantage for Nemiga. A little bit more of an advanced stance right now from Lollipop. We know how good this guy is. Recently out of a cast and now performing like a beast on the server again. Axel elsewhere has drawn the kill back into a 4v4, and there's under a minute left on the clock. Hobbit in top con. The bomb is still back at T-spawn right now, Alex. So Gambit are definitely not committing to anything just yet. They're getting their players in position. They're now grabbing that bomb, and it's going to be this A site they look to finish on.
Ooh, Lollipop landing a long-range spray against Hobbit, but he's unable to reposition. Shiro takes him out from the Palace. Speedak still in an okay spot, but the utility has forced him away from CT. Another flash landing on him. Out of nades now on the Gambit side, though. This is where Speedak spots the bomb planter. It's Shiro with a team kill. How the hell does that happen, Dinko? He just shoots his teammate who was planting the bomb, but it's into a 2v2, and now Gambit can play the post plant.
Yeah, Shiro get a little bloodthirsty. It's 2 kills for him in this round, including his, oh, not excluding his teammate, and now Inters at Sandwich, the big push for Mendes. He goes down to Inters, and Speedak falls as well. And it gets a little messy towards the end there. Shiro definitely having a laugh about that one, but 3-2 on the board. Gambit will be picking themselves up the win. Not bad at all, really. Getting this early start. And yeah, Shiro, I want to see how he kills his own teammate.
Is he running?
No, I think he was just spraying controlling, and the bullets just went wild. He moved forward a little bit. I think he tapped W, and the bullets just went flying into his teammate's head. Brilliant. Did make up for it, of course.
Yeah, definitely did. I think he made a slight move there, yeah, which caused that to happen. I think you're right. Ooh, that is a flash on the face of Nafny. He's okay, though. Seen a couple of these MP5s throughout this tournament. Nafny, the man who is taking it this time around. It's nice as well for Gambit that they're together in person, it seems. So Shiro can just look over at his teammate and actually say sorry to him in person. They can laugh it off. I think that helps keep the positive vibes together for the team. Not much for Nemiga to do in this round, though. Only pistols for them. And Nafny is already all the way into jungle.
Inters with the bomb. Coming back up, watching the flank, making sure no one's coming from behind. And now Axel starting the fight down into the site. MDS is behind bench. They've got so many pistols here in this B-bomb site, and they've got to work their way into it. Axel picking out to the left side. Shiro's done a lot of work in finding Jo, and he's just trying to hold this off and pick them apart, allowing his teammates an easy access point, but they're actually just going to bring that bomb back. They're going over towards A. They know it should be empty right now, at least limited control. They've only got Box over at this side of the map for Nemiga. He's got himself a USP and nothing else. He's calling all the info that they're on the A site. But is there really anything Nemiga can do here other than just setting up for a couple of exits and hoping they can find a mistake, a push from Gambit that allows them at least some damage to be inflicted. But Gambit locking themselves in 4 rounds.
Nafany struggling with this MP5. He's out of ammo, so Box is going to get him. Not much else likely to come through, though. MDS takes the Deeg for the attempted one-shot. Won't be happening, though. Inter's on an unexpected angle, or enough of an off angle to get himself the kill. 4-2 in favor of Gambit. As soon as they've got the guns out, they have taken over here on Mirage. Nemiga need to make sure that changes, because they have lost the last 4 rounds in a row.
Speedak hopping through the murder hole, and now the smoke comes up to the window cross, and Lollipop, he's loving this ramp progression. He loves to get close up and personal, really put the pressure on. If anybody is to come towards ramp, he hasn't really been able to get that done in the last couple of rounds, though. Gambit this time sending heavy presence through Palace. He needs to be careful here. He doesn't get caught out of position. They're about to come out Palace to walk over the top of him, and Lollipop somehow still gets 1 kill. Nafany drops down under the wood and takes down Lollipop. 4v3, man advantage in play for Gambit.
Ooh, Speedak taking a shot from Shiro as he tried to move back towards the bomb site. It's another round where Gambit are able to run over this A bomb site, always able to win the trades. Lollipop got 1 kill on the hold, but Nafany able to sneak out from Palace, trade him out, and then Shiro gets a couple of kills with that AWP. As soon as Shiro gets that AWP out, it's so scary, man. This guy is unbelievably good, unbelievably consistent for this Gambit team. We saw it yesterday in some of the games over in Group B. He had a really strong performance on Vertigo. Right now in Mirage, his AWP is certainly stepping up for Gambit. And MDS and Jo just looking to save on the Nemiga side. Nothing else that they can do except for try and save this gun. Flash comes in, it blinds both players, but Hobbit's still hungry for blood. He's going to get the headshot, and he will save the AWP for his team. The money's so good on Gambit right now.
Yeah, when Shiro gets this all about, when Shiro's on his day, I don't think there's many CIS teams or many teams in this tournament that can stop him from just having a field day. You've got to have someone that rises to the occasion. You've got to have someone that matches him or at least comes close to it. And if not, then you've just got to hope for some crazy team level coming out here. So, yeah, they got to deal with a lot of individual ability over there for Gambit. I seen them posting today, Alex, about are they ready for some more clutches. We've seen Shiro and Axel just tearing it up on the server yesterday. These guys are just unstoppable.
Nafany, waiting patiently. Looks like he's pre-aiming for an angle to peek around the corner, and Box is up close. It's a fight won by Box, but again, the spacing is solid for Gambit. Inter's able to trade quite quickly. No chance for Nemiga to recover that gun that was dropped. That AK will not be going into their hands anytime soon. A little over a minute left on the clock. Hobbit's been able to pressure up mid. Gambit happy to keep things slow, keep things cool, calm, and collected for the time being.
They're in a pretty comfortable position right now. I don't think they've had to break even the slightest bit of sweat. Now the play-up connector coming in from Hobbit. Successful. Finding Speedak and now looking for this mid-fight, but Hobbit does go down to Jo, so at least that's a little bit of something, but that's all they will find truly in this round. MDS trying to duel out with Axel. It's an awkward engagement. MDS had the better position, and with the Deagle, successfully takes him down. And now there's a chance to win this round if Jo can find a little bit more success. And here's the play with the rifle, and Shiro just crosses into the open. A good kill from Jo, and now it's just Inter suddenly left alone. in a 1 versus 2. Both players low on HP. Jo taken down, but they know exactly where he is now. MDS running over the top and enters with the perfect repositioning. 6 rounds for Gambit and a huge clutch going his way.
11 kills now for Inters. Top fragging for his team. We've heard about how he is still a really skilled player for this Gambit lineup, even though he's not oftentimes put in the best position to frag. But you can see here those skills coming through in the clutch. Backs up towards ramp, manages to counter strafe quickly so he can land that headshot. His Gambit up to a 6-2 lead, but here comes the buy from Nemiga. That last round was just a half investment for them, so the fact they took it close is a promising sign. We do need to see them start to win some of these gun rounds, though. They've got the double AWP set up to try and do just that. If Gambit have done their homework there, they're going to know that Box loves playing around this connector position. He's almost always going to be somewhere around this area of the map. This time, not in his favorite position of connector, though, backing up towards jungle. And that means that Gambit will be allowed mid control yet again. They've been very good at taking mid early in these rounds.
Orbit, he's up a window. Oh, and Box is holding for it. Good positioning in jungle. Hobbit taken away. Gambit may have a big control, but they have a man deficit as well. Jo up behind the short box. Now the pressure coming forward. Nafny running right into him through the fire and flames. He goes down.
Ooh, nade lands in front of Jo, so he decides to back away. 35 seconds remaining. Nemiga with the 2-man lead. Box trying to get active in mid, and the timing might be just right. Shiro dropping a smoke. Now Box knows where he is. He can't get the kill, but he gets information as Gambit try and move towards B short.
The bomb in the ladder room, they're taking down Box. That's a big kill to find. And now Axel's Molotov perfectly placed down in front of Tetris, severing the ramp player from Lollipop. And now he's going to swing in the open, but he burns in the fire. 7 seconds. Molly holding Speedak back, but he goes forward. Bomb just goes down. The missed shot from Speedak and the round secured. He nearly gets the job done there, but unfortunately cannot get the lineup and cannot land the second shot in time. That's the round picked up for Nemiga. And Gambit, well, you have to look at what happened in that round, right? They had a little bit of mid control early on. They had full mid control, Alex, but they take the early loss and they still screw it back into the point where they're still able to get that bomb down. It's just Nemiga fragging out this time.
Yeah, I like the awareness from Speedak when the time is low that he needs to get proactive, needs to get aggressive from that ramp position, realize that he can just try and deny the bomb plant. The execution, not perfect after missing that second shot, but getting the first kill was the most important thing. The other player who just planted the bomb was always going to have a tough time winning against so many remaining Nemiga players. That allows Nemiga to stick with this double AWP setup for this next round. So finally another round on the board for Nemiga, but Gambit about to pressure this B bomb site. MDS not able to land the first shot, and that leaves B so vulnerable. Jo trying to hold from mid. He eventually gets the kill, but he's going to burn alive, and the B site is well and truly in control of Gambit.
Bomb planted. Round is looking good for the win. We don't really see a world in which Lollipop and Speedak can pull this kind of thing off, so saving the weapons into the next one is certainly the right call. The AK and the AWP, and 2 very valuable weapons right now, especially with the money on the line. They can't really afford to throw these all away. They're aware the player in Palace, Lollipop, laser focused, does not want to lose this duel if he goes in here. Walking now into Palace. Shiro is long gone. In fact, he's out of Palace already. Should not be finding him, and in fact should be able to save both of these weapons without much of an issue. Round 1 by Gambit. At least Nemiga have something to play with going into the next round. They will still get the buyout across the board. They need to start winning some more rounds. Gambit can very easily take control of this.
First kill from Hobbit. Eventually gets one beyond the grave in the Molotov. Fast B explosion from Gambit. As soon as they got that first kill, they were in good shape. But the fact that Hobbit just puts pressure on mid as well means there can't be a fast rotation. So as soon as Gambit get that first kill towards B, Hobbit just needs to make sure he gets a kill and just kind of draws attention there. He ends up getting 2. More than enough done by Hobbit. And the MDS now jump peeking from a more passive position. Nade's coming over the top. He's going to have to put down a defensive smoke. Looking a bit more prepared this time on the B side.
Trying to spray away. JL gets one through the smoke. Inters has been brought down. And now Nafni at least gets the trip back with a 4v4. MDS stuck in behind this bench, but he's doing a very good job of just staying alive and delaying. He's still there right now. He's still alive. Utility keeps coming into his position, but he's walking on 11 HP. He's limping forward, but finally, he will go down. What? That is so clean from Lollipop. A little tap, a headshot collected, and now it's Hobbit into a 1v2. He spotted the position of one player close, and that's a big headshot from Hobbit on the swing. And now just a 1v1 between him and Box. Box is still a market. Hobbit has no idea. Box hasn't even given a slight inkling as to where he could be coming from. Hobbit just delaying, hoping that Box will provide some information to allow Hobbit to realize where he has to focus this fight. If he leaves the bench now, he has to worry about so many different angles. And he's not very comfortable in doing that right now. He's just really hoping that if he delays and bleeds out the clock enough, eventually Box will give up something. We'll show him where he's playing from. And Hobbit just desperately wants that to happen now, but with the time limited, he's going forward, he's taking the fight, and he's won the duel. 4 HP between him and a loss, and it's Gambit winning the round.
Hobbit down to full health, but eventually he's got the headshot to go his way. Spray at the initial point of contact wasn't quite on point, but he's able to pull it down, able to get an 8th round win for Gambit. MDS there got naded down so low from that bench position. He did survive for a long, long time, but eventually he was always going to be in trouble in that position. Gambit seemed to have a good idea. Once that smoke goes down from the CTs, it's very common for the player to be playing behind bench. So that's why that nade lands dead on and takes him down so low. Nemiga now getting aggressive towards A ramp. They've done this a couple of times, and this time Box is successful in his initial fight. He takes Nafany out early. Better on the mid hold this time for Nemiga. Jo, this time the man playing in connector. He's been playing B short so far, but the connector fight is one that he apparently is successful in as well. Axile alone at mid gets picked off. And now Gambit are down in a 3v5, all grouping up towards A, apart from the bomb, which is in the hands of Shiro, who's going back.
Oh, Hobbit holds off the ramp progression, 2 kills. And the round suddenly back into an equilibrium. 3v3, bomb going into B. There's currently still one player over there right now, though. Take a look at Box. He's still on this B side of the map, and he's just holding for the walkout. They realize they haven't spotted the bomb. They're trying to really sell out this A fake, but the bomb will have a 1v1 fight on this B site. He needs to win the duel. The Tech 9, that's the bomb down. 30 seconds. Gambit have to run all the way over to the B apartments, and it's Hobbit heading there now.
Ooh, MDS dunked down Inters, and Hobbit, I don't think we'll get here in time. There's 15 seconds left. He's starting to walk. He's still going forwards, but he can't win the round here, so he is going to realize he has to just tuck in and save. Such a risky call from Gambit, man. Bringing that bomb back to B. You've got to win that 1v1 fight. As soon as you lose it, the round falls apart. Sometimes those plays can be successful, but it's such a big risk. And I feel like Gambit have been doing pretty well so far with the way they've been playing. They got it back to the 3v3 from those kills for Hobbit. I feel like at that point you just group up, but they decided to take a risk. This time it doesn't work out for them.
Pretty sure Shiro actually had a better weapon in play as well than the sidearm.
Oh yeah, yeah, no.
Yeah, so definitely could have peeked that angle slightly differently, but nonetheless, the round is lost, and they move on to this one. A quicker play down mid. It's Nafany with the kill onto Box. He's out of there. And a mad advantage picked up for Gambit in round number 13 early. They try to forget about their loss in the previous and just come back swinging into this one. So far, so good. A follow-up headshot from Hobbit this time. Speedak comes out of his position for a quick kill. And we'll now throw the flashbang over. Just trying to delay, trying to slow it down, but he's forced back by that Molotov. 3v3. Still even on the server right now, but Gambit have the bomb down, and they're holding Nemiga off with this utility. Nafany's about to have a duel, and he wins it. MDS hits the deck, and that's a big kill to win for Nafany.
Back to the A plays and back to a round win. I think Gambit should be having this round. Nemiga already giving up on it. And whenever Gambit are pushing together, it feels like they're almost always able to come out on top in these trades. Their individuals looking sharp. Even when they go up against Lollipop, who's been playing on this A bomb site. Normally, Lollipop is a really skilled player for Nemiga, almost always able to get multiple kills from his position. But here, he's not been able to have the same level of performance. Only 6 kills so far for who's meant to be Nemiga's star. Gambit, considering they lost the pistol, considering this is not their map pick, they are looking very impressive here on the T side of Mirage. They went 2-0 down after losing the pistol, and ever since we've hit the gun rounds, they've brought it back to a 9-4 lead.
Okay. There have been 2 aces at DreamHack Open December. Both were from JYO in the same game yesterday, Alex. We got to see that one. That was quite incredible from JO. One was a 1v5 clutch.
It was.
Pretty impressive. He had a lightning game on that first one, but he did kind of drop off as the series went on. A little unfortunate there, but nonetheless, incredible performance from him yesterday. But we head into round of 14. Gambit having a good time at the minute on Mirage. This is the pick of Nemiga, and that is a little bit worrying. You're gonna have to see him try and pick up these last 2.
Just double checking. That is the only 1v5 JO has ever won in his official career on HLTV games. So that's pretty cool for him.
That is wild.
1v5s are really rare. They're really rare.
Yeah, they are super rare. I mean, it's so difficult to get it done. And they did win that series yesterday. Hence them being here right now. Speedak with the kill on Intus. MDS with a follow-up headshot on JYO. Cleaning it up. This attack is not working for Gambit. Instead, they are just decorating the halls of the apartments. There's blood all over the floor.
I thought you were going for a new Christmas song there. Deck the halls with blood of Gambit.
That's a good one. That's the best one you come up with, Alex.
Not a very Christmassy song, though, is it?
Nah, it's perfect. I love it. That's Blair's kind of Christmas song, right? He's all about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Man doesn't even know who Ariana Grande is, man.
Yes, back it up and then getting aggressive into the apartments. Upgraded himself to that AK. Nemiga, I think, have had a bit of success holding the B site. It's generally been that A side of the map where Gambit have won the majority of their rounds. Heading into the last round of the half, we'll see if Gambit decide to go back to those A plays or mid plays, which have been so successful for them. I'll be getting run boosted all the way across. The smoke's giving him cover so he can start to sneak through mid.
Hobbit walking down middle. Smoke fades away from window, and JYO is going to try and take this position. And just hold up, waiting for a potential peek. From Gambit, they have full mid control. They've been very good at getting that mid control, but also feels like maybe you just let them have it, right? If they don't mind playing from the sites themselves, taking map control elsewhere. You can see the Palace push all the way up here from box. Just push so deep into Palace already. Just focused. And now Gambit sending their forces over towards this B side of the map. You've got MDS over here with the backup of JYO if needed. And they're going to start turning their attentions back into the defense in this B bomb site. Gambit, they got absolutely destroyed the last time they came around to the B site, and now they're going to test it again.
"30 seconds. Gambit beginning their move. Okay, JO getting a quick couple of headshots. This AK already doing damage. Gambit can't even get out of the apartments. Box flanking them, and Hobbit is nowhere near. You can't win. That's it. That's round done. That's going to be Nemiga's 6.
Well, an interesting end to the half here. Nemiga pull it back. They needed those last 2, I said it not long ago, and they've went and got themselves a 9-6 half. Gambit were looking so solid to start this off, but a couple of rounds on this T side, they looked kind of lost. Let's see if they can find themselves heading into the second half.
day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 6-9 at the half. Gambit lead the way here on Nemiga's map pick, but they climb back and get 2 rounds towards the end. They get those 6 rounds they needed, Alex, and now they can compete heading into the second.
See what Nemiga or want to go ahead and go for in this pistol round. They've already used their utility into the A site, but Nafany's been able to get 1 kill on the hold. That makes sure that they can cut off that one side of the push. Nemiga are able to get into jungle, but where do they go from here? The bomb is still at T-spawn. Inters lets them go by. They finally break the vent, but eventually Inters strikes. 2 kills now for Gambit without any trades.
Oh, good kill from Lollipop. Easily taking down Hobbit. And he's going to pull out the USP as well. Nafany coming over to help his teammates at CT spawn. Gambit currently still hold that man advantage, but MDS looking to make sure he pulls it back. He's down in spawn. Bomb will go down for Nemiga, and MDS is still close to spawn. A good headshot looking for the bin pre-fire. I like the attempt, but it's Speedak coming in with a quick double, and now Axel alone. He's coming on the flank. He has no kit. He has no smoke, no utility at all, in fact, to win out this round. So he's going to move forward and try and take this headshot. Kit's down in spawn, so he needs to move forward and try and take these fights, and it's just not really working out for him. They're pulling back further and further, trying to delay him, but he's picked up that kit. Now he just runs to the site. He's worried about so many different angles, and this time is certainly ticking on. Now, he'll tap the bomb. Cannot win the round here, unfortunately, but he's looking for the headshot at least, and that will be the win picked up for Nemiga coming into the second half. They desperately need a pistol win, and they've got it under their belt.
It looked scary at the start of that round, considering Gambit got those 2 early kills, but the push-up connector successful. Speedak landing a couple of important shots to take control of CT. And you see at the end there, that's what helps them win that round. Having that good post-plant position, make sure they can stay on top. That is now both pistol rounds won by Nemiga. They need to make sure they can carry it through into this subsequent round, though, because Gambit have gone for the force buy. Deegs on most of their players. 1 MP9 for Inters. Make control gathered early on the Nemiga side of things. Well, that Molly is going to force Shiro to make up his mind. He's actually able to play up close. Finally forced forwards. And that is Box able to get an easy kill. Nice flick from Lollipop. Moving into this B bomb site and doing so fairly effectively. Inters only able to get 1 kill. Nice trades from Nemiga to get another round.
And the bomb planted. Hobbit now trying to find another victim for the Deagle potential here. And there's the first. Box is down, and Hobbit goes to pick up the MAC-10, but there's a player already close, and he will claim the easy kill upon Hobbit's head. So 9-8 on the board. Nemiga 1 round away from tying things up against Gambit. We definitely know Nemiga are going to put up a really good fight here, especially on Mirage. We know this is a map they're very comfortable at playing, Alex. They're doing a decent job at it right now. Should be tying things up easily here. It's not too much brought to the table at all for Gambit.
They have stacked the right site, at least, on the Gambit side right now. It's looking likely that Nemiga will run into this A site where Gambit have every single player positioned. Even then, as long as Nemiga use some nades to flush out some of these spots, like, for example, mollying under balcony, they should be fine. If they molly this position, it's so difficult for Gambit to do anything. The nade, oh, right onto Shiro, and here comes the push.
Yeah, Lollipop coming out, the flashbang is up, he's blinded. And he's looking for some action, he spots the feet of the sandwich player, and he taps away. Gets the kill eventually. Box just shuts out his own teammate. Are we just going to see so many team Ks today? 9 on the board for Nemiga, they do tie it up, but how many team kills have we seen across this tournament, Alex? And I mean, just me and you.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few. Oof. It's so annoying for Box as well, because he kind of stops shooting and still shoots his teammate in the head. Either way, back for Gambit. They've been really good in these gun rounds so far. Nemiga have had to win both pistol rounds just to get to this point. Let's see if Gambit's CT gun rounds are as effective.
Oh, Shiro over the top of the smoke. Speedak has been brought down. And Nafni in the connector looking for the walkout. And now Box is walking up through connector with his AK, rattling after Nafni, who goes off to jungle side. MDS picking up Axel on the AK, and Nafni looking for a little bit of action. He's just peeked out from the bottom of connector and found the player near underpass, and that has given Gambit a 2-man advantage to play with into this gun round. They're looking very comfortable. Lollipop will do his best to try and claw this one back.
Just under a minute remaining. Lollipop decides to back away from the ramp position. Both players on the Nemiga side grouping up towards Palace. No real nades for them to deny Shiro from this angle at CT. And if Shiro stays posted on Palace, it's going to be very difficult for Nemiga to get anywhere near this bomb site. 33 seconds left. Shiro playing it patiently, but eventually he should get the chance to fire, and he does land the first shot. Now Gambit realize they can focus on this A bomb site. Nafani is still just sitting at the stairs. Shiro can play safe. Lollipop just not given any chances. Nafani peeks him from the other side. Really well played by Gambit there, making sure Nemiga have no opportunity to get onto A. And just like that, Gambit win the first gun round and put Nemiga's money back to a poor position.
Nemiga are really hoping they could use the start they got to elevate this scoreline, get a bit of momentum going, and really try and build this up. But like you said, right back down to a lower tier buy again. Lollipop needs to be the hero on this AK. And he's run out and found the first headshot, but over the top of Sandwich, they don't check Hobbit. And he's got 2. That's a deadly mistake coming in for Nemiga, and that's allowed Hobbit to tear them to shreds. 4 kills picked up, and it's JYO left alone in a 1v4.
Ooh. What a round for Hobbit. No ace for him, but I don't think he cares that much. Inter's closing it out with that final kill. Hobbit, though, joint top fragging right now. 17 kills for him and Inter's. Pointing out yesterday, I think Hobbit has really found his spot on this team. He's become one of the star players now. They've gone back to Nafani as the IGL, and he is really starting to prove himself on this squad. Definitely brings the experience to the team as well. So as long as he can be decent fragging-wise, provides a lot of value. That boost not paying off for Nemiga early on. And now Nafani decides to get aggressive into A ramp. This will be some good information gathered for Gambit. They might have to start rotating some more players over to B soon, because Inters is currently alone here.
Box and MDS going down through underpass. Axel in position at connector, and the nade comes over the top. Axel starts turning back, just playing for a more safe position at jungle. Nemiga give him mid control. No one really contesting this all that much from Gambit. In fact, Axel's just holding back all the way in jungle, holding for this peak, potentially through window. But resmart coming in from Nemiga, securing mid control for a few seconds longer. Trying to focus this fight from connector onto the A site. And that smoke will start to fade away. Box looking out on towards the site. Hobbit now standing in the middle of the site itself. He had a fantastic anchor hold in the previous round against the lower tier buy. Can he do it now? The answer is a quick no. Lollipop this time will learn from his mistake. He will check the sandwich position. Nafani has been unchecked. He's still at ramp right now. The bomb is going to go down. Nafani just waiting for his teammate, chilling out at ramp, and not giving it much thought until this push starts to come through. A big kill coming in. Fantastic frag from Nafani. Lollipop overruns him though, and Axel at least pulls back the trade. 3v3.
Shiro getting aggressive. It's Axel who goes in first, but he's not ready for speed Axel from stairs. And Shiro can't find the angle for the trade. Inters has been able to get a kill, but the time is too far gone. Gambit can't win this round. It's Nemiga who will be getting their 10th on the board. It's all about the exit kills, and Jo even denies Shiro from being able to save that sniper. That's going to be helpful. It's going to force Hobbit to probably buy the AWP. At least Inters can save the AK, though. I think that means that Gambit's buy will still be absolutely fine. Lollipop getting this important entry onto the A site. They push into Nafany's position as well. That's really nicely done. Clearing out the ramp, getting that important kill just before dying. Lollipop finally having some good impact, and he's definitely upped his game here. Up to 15 kills now. We're starting to see the star performance we need out of Lollipop.
And there he is again, opening up the round, this time on to Axel. Nafany and Shiro, though, have come right back for Gambit. They've got the kills early, and Gambit have a man advantage on the CT side. Oh, Shiro with a big flick up to short. Now Hobbit strikes. This is perfect from Gambit. This is exactly the kind of round they want, where those individuals just pop off completely. Shiro, what a flick.
I wasn't expecting such a quick mid-play from Nemiga. I thought they were waiting for that smoke. They go out first, 2 for 1 in favor of Gambit to begin with, and then Shiro adds insult to injury. A third kill to close out the round. Shiro has been quieter than usual in this game, but he's still been putting up solid numbers, and that is a very important impact round from him. That could really turn the tides in their favor. There's the first shot before the smoke blooms. This flick, lightning fast, and he finds the flank on the last player, and that firmly puts Gambit back in the lead, Dinko. Considering Gambit have lost both pistol rounds in this game, they've done a great job at staying strong, staying on top of this one, and giving themselves a 12-10 lead.
And it's over the top now into the apartments as Axel holding off. The cross JWL is being brought down. Axel in a good position off to the left side. Box goes down and Axel just tearing them to shreds. It's MDS in a 1v5 with the Tech 9. And Gambit. It's the sweet symphony of a clean round win. And they're now 3 away from taking the win out.
Axel, as you said, working around that pillar really nicely. And now Gambit are in cruise control ahead of this next round, where they know that Nemiga's money is troublesome. Gambit using an early molly into ramp as well to make sure that push can't come through. And the nade tickles all of the Nemiga players. Now a second molly. I like that Gambit are being just early with their nades in this round. Make sure you don't get overrun. Hobbit is still alone towards the A site, but because of the early mollies, Shiro's able to come back from mid to focus on the A site. And here comes the push from Nemiga. Maybe a bomb plant. Shiro misses the first shot, but here come the kills.
A lot of kills for Gambit. Nafany now spraying away as well. And they clean up again. All 5 players staying alive, and the money is definitely building for Gambit. Look how much money they've got in their bank now. Really not sweating it at all. It won't matter if they can close this in 2 rounds. So Nemiga going for the tactical timeout. The first one used so far. They realize how important this next round is. They lose this one, it's likely going to be over. Fun fact, no worms left. Gambit won just 5 opening duels in the first half, and Inters won 3 of them.
That's
pretty interesting,
though. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they performed, yeah, exactly. They performed so well in the first half, and that's why that statistic's actually very surprising and interesting, because the fact that they just showed up without really having to do too much work, and in fact, it's more impressive the fact that they were able to pull those rounds back even after losing the first kill.
Well, in comes the full buy for Nemiga after the pistols in the previous. This is a must-win round for Nemiga if they want to win in regulation. Early nades being exchanged on mid. Lollipop's down to 2 health. Box almost catching Hobbit back from Palace, but he's not able to connect enough shots. Hobbit will stay alive in this under Palace position. Gambit being pulled over to this A site, though, having to focus on any early aggression that could come through here. And they are constantly shifting their setup, but it looks like Gambit will be a bit more comfortable now. They have, however, given up mid control.
Nemiga once again have mid to play with. Interested to see what they do with it. It's just another quick play shootout connectors. They see a window of opportunity with that smoke down jungle. They're just going to try and start forcing these fights into the site itself. Hobbit has been fantastic on map number 1, and he's looking to continue that with 22 kills now added to the tally. Axel now peeking out 2 kills from him. Nafmi trying to get a piece of the pie, and he will eventually get that kill he's looking for. 15 to 10. Gambit, they're just dominating right now. Nemiga not really in the competition in these last couple of rounds, and Gambit looking to send us to train.
Yeah, honestly, this is a game that feels more one-sided than the scoreline is even showing. Because of those 2 pistol round wins for Nemiga, that's 5 of Nemiga's rounds right there, with the pistol round and the follow-up rounds that they won. And look, it is work to win those follow-up rounds. It's work to win the pistol rounds, but the gun rounds always make up the majority of the game, and that's where Gambit have been dominant so far in this one. And you see it in that round, just the way that individuals land all those shots. They don't even have the player stacked on the right side, and Axile gets the spray through the wood. That is ridiculous. Jayo's going to be so frustrated with that one, but Axile will be very happy with how that works out for him.
What's into us? Oh, he needs to be careful. He pulls his secondary and his knife just before the player comes in. Nearly gets back to his rifle in time, but his aim was not in the good spot, so does lose out the jaw, and that is window. Going in favor of Nemiga and Axel. Headshot onto box. He wants a second kill here as well, and he's found the bomb. This is looking like Gambit are in an almost unlosable situation right now. If Axel just plays his cards correctly, he can maintain control of that bomb. He can maintain control of this short position. Re-smoke spots the barrel, and Lollipop is quick. That's a big headshot to find. And now a 2v3 with 40 seconds left. They've got to figure out where they want to go with this one. Nemiga desperately trying to stay alive. And the walk down spawn, Hobbit starts to run forward, and MDS, he is in jungle with his AK-47. He'll come through the murder hole, and Hobbit hits the headshot. All on Lollipop now in a 1v3 to save the day for Nemiga. He crosses over the top, and Hobbit secures the victory. Gambit will walk away with Mirage. What a performance out of Hobbit.
Incredibly impressive individual ability, I think, across the board for this Gambit team, showcased in this game. Shiro didn't even have to do that much. Axar was playing great. Hobbit was playing great. Just overall, you saw in those last rounds, they were getting insta headshots every time. And, well, that is a scary sign for Nemiga. They can't win their own map pick, and now Gambit have got to be feeling good about the 2-0.
Yeah, Gambit are definitely feeling good about that one. It's looking real good for them heading into that second map. The individuals are popping, and Nemiga can't really keep up. It's time for a short break, but we'll be right back with map number 2.